We go to the WNBA. Never thought I'd say that. What? Caitlin Clark, who got drafted #1 by the Indiana Fever for the league, is about to ink a shoe deal with Nike worth up to $28 million. Damn! And by doing that, that makes her racist.
Yes, of course.
I'm Jazz Berganzo of this, and if you don't think so,
Don't say it.
you're a bigot.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
So what's next? What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Tuesday. Well, we had March Madness. You know, the excitement, especially when it came to women's basketball. First time anybody has watched women's basketball in years. I'm kidding, of course. But those who were never into it before got into it because of one person, one player, Caitlin Clark, Iowa Hawkeye. She became the Larry Bird, the Steph Curry phenom of the college world, breaking the all-time point scoring record. But now she's off to bigger and better things. Oh, by the way, she did make it to the championship game. Didn't quite cut it, but still, nonetheless. She became the #1 draft pick for the Indiana Fever of the WNBA. Now that's to the side. Where do you go from here? Well, she's got to go for, go into training and what have you. Wait. Before she does all that, she's got to get the shoe deal. She's got to ink the deal to make it all official like. Well, she's about to sign a deal with Nike worth up to $28 million, which would make her the #1 all-time in WNBA history in regards to a shoe deal. But if you ask some people, well, you know what? That just makes her racist. What do you mean? Well, do I have to explain? Bigot? And here we go. This comes out of Outkick. Race-obsessed USA Today columnists furious that white Caitlin Clark is about to get a shoe deal. It happened. While it took longer than expected. USA Today's Mike Freeman has published an inevitable column about how Caitlin Clark is a racist because she got a signature shoe deal. It's a bad thing because she's white. Shortly after Clark was drafted by the Indiana Fever with the first overall pick in the 24 draft, expected reports of her inking a multi-year deal with Nike began to emerge. Part of Clark's reported 8-year, $28 million deal with the company is the expectation of her getting her own signature shoe. It's part of the deal. Excuse me. Seeing how Clark was the face of women's basketball and has arguably already taken over that role before even playing a single game in the league, Nike developed a shoe for one of the most popular female athletes on the planet, making it all the sense. Right? No. Freeman refuses to see it because Freeman's only see the skin color. His job is his job title is Race and Inequality Editor of Sports. Yes, that's a title, and sad, it's a thing. He's paid to write and discuss how white people are responsible for anything going wrong in the United States. Caitlin Clark earned what Nike's paying her. Clark, being a heterosexual white woman, oh my gosh, she got strikes all over the place, is nothing more than a target for Freeman. And he took direct aim at the latest nonsensical column that doesn't deserve any of your time. But we're going to talk about it, so that way you don't have to. The column titled, "No Black WNBA Player Have a Signature Shoe. Here's Why That's a Gigantic Problem," focuses on the fact that Las Vegas Aces star A'ja Wilson does not have her own signature shoe. It's totally a fair talking point given that Wilson is a 2-time WNBA champion, 2-time league MVP, 5-time All-Star, and an Olympic gold medalist. Okay, you got legs to stand on. Arguing that Wilson deserves a shoe with her name on it is more than fair, with every sign points to becoming a reality sooner rather than later, but soon isn't good enough for Freeman. Clark reportedly receiving her own signature shoe from Nike just as she enters the league serves as a perfect excuse for him to pick on her and other successful white players in the league. White woman getting a signature shoe isn't something to celebrate, it's a pattern one Freeman says isn't a fan of. Wilson's lack of a signature shoe isn't getting a fresh look because Caitlin Clark is expected to get a signature shoe in the near future. If she does, Clark will be only one of 3 WNBA players with a signature shoe: Breanna Stewart, Ellen Delany, and Sabrina Ionescu. You may notice a pattern here, Freeman writes. Stewart, Deldani, and Ionescu, all faces of their respective franchises and accomplishment in every facet imaginable. But we can't talk about that. We simply must focus on the fact that their skin happens to be white. After Freeman's snide note about pattern of whiteness in the WNBA, he explained that back in the day, nearly every signature shoe in the WNBA belonged to a black woman. There's only been 12 players in the history of the league with their own signature shoe. In the past, almost every signature shoe from 95 to 2011 belonged to a black woman. The fact that only white women hold the power to signature shoe now, as the WNBA enters its most high-profile and prosperous phase, yeah, I'm going to disagree on that, but that's just me. Shows how black women are being ignored in a league that they dominate. If that reads like Freeman's complaining about the fact that some white women have been awarded the opportunity for a signature shoe, it's because that's exactly what he's doing. Imagine a white player pining the column about a black player receiving a signature shoe in a mostly white league. A story that like that would never make it to print, and rightly so, given it would be patently absurd. But in the year 2024, where anything goes, where race and inequality other is the actual job title, a columnist complaining about white women getting signature shoes is promoted front and center in USA Today's sports section. With everything else going on in sports today, that takes number one. Wow. Freeman left no stone unturned with his race-baiting messaging by calling anyone who disagrees with his line of thinking a fool. Stardom propels shoe deals, but also shoe contracts, like a signature shoe, drive stardom. If you believe only reason 3, and likely soon 4, white women are getting their shoe deal because it just happens to be more marketable, well, you're a fool, he writes. Freeman's complaining about racisms in America while simultaneously writing anti-white center columns and a national publication he works for. Publishing them is only pattern in the entire situation. Let's talk about the WNBA and how prosperous it's been. Never. The league has never been prosperous. Not one deal. In its 25-year history, it's been subsidized by the NBA, by the men's league. You know, home of the champions like Jordan and Olajuwon and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and Dr. J. That men's league. You know, I guess LeBron, you can throw LeBron in there. Anyway, but never have they made a profit. They've always been in the red, never in the black. But this thing with Caitlin Clark might dig them out because the tickets for Indiana Fever have sold out. 36 out of the 40 games that they will be that she's on with the team will be televised. 36 out of 40 games will be televised. That says a lot. But with the shoe deal, it's absolutely bullshit. You know, nobody knew Jordan was going to be this good coming out of college, you know, until when Nike signed him to, I think it was like a $3 million deal at the time. You know, that was Nike's biggest high profile. No one knew Jordan was going to explode on the scene. Jordan set the table for everyone else who would sign a shoe deal from that moment forward. And rightly so. If you can get yours, get yours. I got no problem with it. So when Nike comes to the deal, and Nike wasn't the only one. Adidas, Reebok, Puma was involved, but their deals were a little bit lower. I think Adidas was the only one who came in with a $16 million deal. I think something like that. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But anywho, Nike was going to blow everything out of the water. So she gets a $28 million deal. Good for her. Let her get hers. But for those who only see racisms out of every corner, because of course they got those lovely prism glasses on, that's sad. It's pathetic. But then again, when your title is racial and inequality editor at the USA Today, does anything more need to be said? The guy's a clown. Guy's a fucking clown. But good for Clayton Clark. Good for you, sweetie. Get your monies. Get your monies. And she's a damn good basketball player. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue to watch the show. Appreciate you guys watching. Spread the word. And we'll see you next time. Peace.